I say peace and blessings to all of our brothers and sisters out there in social media land. This is indeed a great day to be alive. This is a day that the Most High Heavenly Father has made. We should rejoice and be glad in it. I want to bring out a passage of scripture goes along the lines of some of the things that we've been dealing with our brothers and sisters in the community. And we want to say thank you to all the brothers and sisters that have been coming out showing some support with the community skating event and bringing the children out. We want to say thank you for that. But the reason why we're doing this is bigger than skating. I need a little light in here. Y'all bear with me 1 second while I try to get a little bit more light going on. I gotta get my phone set up some kind of way. Hope it don't fall. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah, and that's why we've been asking the parents to bring the children out. We know that if we get the children, then we automatically get the parents. And when you have parents with their children, the mindset is a little bit different, because nobody wants their children to be subjected to foolishness. And so we have to create an atmosphere where parents feel that their children are safe. But there's some things there's some strong truths that we're gonna have to look at. We're just gonna have to look at it. I'm gonna give you an example. I was DJing a function one time, and the function was in celebration of teenagers' accomplishments. And so you had grandmas, and you had aunties, and you had grandpas, and then you also had the little children, little cousins, and it was a family type of setting. And I'm responsible for playing the music. So I said, well, there's no way possible that I'm going to be playing no rot gut music, cussing everybody out. That's a form of disrespect to my elders and to the elder folks. So I chose to play radio music. And the children, I'm talking about the children all the way from the little ones up to the teenagers. They wanted their favorite songs to be played. And so as I pull up the song, I realized that the song is explicit, the song is dirty. And so I'm telling the children, well, I can't play that. If it's music that got cursing and all of that type of stuff in it, I can't play that. The point I'm making is that these are things that the children were asking to hear. And anytime you got children and little girls that come up to you and they ask you to play It's Up, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, that's not all right. That's not all right. So not only is it a level of accountability that I have as a DJ to show respect for the older people or the elders, the one that walked before us, there is a higher level of accountability. There's a higher level. And so you can, sometimes people feel like, well, I'm paying you to do a job. Well, you don't have to pay me, because you can't give me money that will cause me to compromise my personal accountability to God first. There ain't no amount of money. The money ain't worth it. And so, and I was explaining that, and then I went to, I said, well, I have a wide range of music. I have a lot of music. I got some fire music. Some come from the gospel arena, hip hop. Some come from the Israelite arena. I said, well, I got plenty of good music that don't have the cursing in it, But when I mentioned what type of level it was on, it was like, no. Just don't worry about it. Just, play what you got. Okay? That kind of broke my heart. And the reason why it broke my heart is because we as a people have gotten to a place to where we don't realize that we desire things that are classified as wickedness, and they have become the norm. All the way to the point to where when it comes down to good things, we reject that. We don't want that. I don't tell nobody what they can do or what they can't do. I only look at the word, and I look at the conditions in the world and the condition of our people. And, it ain't many people that don't believe in God. It ain't many people that don't believe in God. Now, I don't care what you call him. You might call him Yahuwah, you might call him Jesus, Yahshua, Allah. I don't care what people call him. That's not the thing. What I'm saying is that there are not many people that don't believe in God. But why is it that God don't seem to be welcomed amongst the people that say that they believe in Him? But at some point we're going to have to deal with some of these issues, because when you start talking about, everybody talking about the murder and all of that going on, but nobody want to look at the root cause of it all. It's the music that's promoting death and destruction amongst our culture and amongst our people. It's the music that's promoting lasciviousness, it's unrestrained actions, promiscuity, that's out of control sexuality and lust, debauchery. Those are the lowest forms and the lowest levels that you can sink to in the realm of sexuality. All of these things are being promoted through what these next generations is coming to understand as music, which really ain't music at all. And we don't want to hear that, because many of us have fallen in love with things that are no good. And then when we see the good thing come, we don't want that. So even in our community skating events, we understand this, is that everything is going to be kid friendly. Everything is going to be kid friendly. I don't believe that no child has no business listening to what was once classified as adult music or hardcore rap or ratchet. I don't believe that. You see, if you let your children listen to these things, if that's all right with you, then there's a problem. Because you're not assuming the personal accountability and the responsibility to understand that words are seeds, and they shape the mindset. They shape the mindset and they shape the thinking of the child that's coming up. And if it's all right for the parent, when you jump in your car and you playing Lil Wayne, you playing Little Boosie, you playing Little Baby, you know what I'm saying? And they talking about, sucking dick and eating pussy. And listen, I'm telling y'all, listen, don't miss me with that nonsense, because we're dealing with real life here. This is what's going on. You see, now, when you turn your radio on and this is what you listening to all day long, fuck a nigga, kill a nigga, shoot his family, kill his grandma, kill his baby. When you listening to this stuff, there is nothing that's right about that. And when you are a parent and you don't understand these things that you putting on your children, they're going to go to another level. And that's why you got the children now that got this Grimm rap out. And this Grimm rap is all about murder, death, and destruction. We can see it happening in our world, but we don't want to identify with what the cause of it is. We can see the shamelessness of our sisters as they twerk. As soon as that record come on, bam, they gone, they bent over, they on the floor, they smacking each other on the butt, they doing all these things. As soon as that music come on, it's a spirit that's attached to that music that cause our people to move in opposition to the God that they say that they believe in. And when the God that they say that they believe in show them things, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear anything about God. But they'll say, I believe in God. We don't want to hear anything about God. Oh, we can party, we can go to the club, we can go roller skate, we can do all of these extracurricular things. Just leave God out of it. Well, I thought you said you believe in God. Didn't God? Ain't the God the one that woke you up this morning? Ain't God the one that breathed life in you? Ain't God the one that give you health and strength and the ability to move around and live and breathe? How can God do all of those wonderful things and we don't want him involved in anything? Let me show you this passage of scripture, and then we're going to make it plain. See, and we can see it in anything that we're doing. When we playing good music, nice love music, slow music, when we playing music that don't have no aim to send the person in the wrong direction, it seems like everything is just mild. Everything is just mild. But when we start playing that other stuff, that's where everything seems to be hyped up. Everything seems to be amped up. It's like now the party is on. Now we're having fun. You know what? If we don't have the sense enough to understand the spirit that's behind the music, then we got problems. And when we start allowing our children to listen to these things and have their mentality shaped by these no good things and these things that's contrary to what good living is, then no wonder. No wonder why there's so much killing. No wonder why there's so much murder. The music promotes fornication. The music don't promote marriage. The music does not promote the sanctity of the marital covenant. The music don't promote that. The music promotes destruction of marriage while men rap about hitting or sleeping with some other man's wife, or while sisters rap about how many dudes that they... See, this is what the music promotes. Nobody got to like it. I'm not asking nobody to like it, because truth ain't never going to change for nobody. It ain't going to change for nobody. God's truth going to go out so that everybody can have an opportunity to have their mind and their attention redirected and focused on what they're supposed to be focusing on. But the choice is all of ours. I'm telling my brothers, when we do our community events, if you expect this, you might as well not even come, because we're not looking for that type of mindset of people, period. It's either you're going to have your mindset redirected, or you stay and continue to be a part of whatever it is that you're going to be a part of until God come in and start destroying it. To my brothers, to all of my brothers in the DJ world, you know, when we came up, when rap first came out with the Sugar Hill Gang, and it was all about fun, it was all about poetry. And then in the 80s, rap started turning more political as Public Enemy and KRS-One and brothers like that start being more political and pulling people together and start using the words in the music to redirect the mindset of people. Then we watch the music also start morphing through changes. When we got Too Short out, we got Eazy-E them out, we got Ice-T out. Now we seen the music taking a turn, slowly taking a turn. Then you got the movie Colors coming out. Here we got Ice-T again. I am a nightmare walking, a psychopath talking. How be it that the next thing you know, after they have went and watched this movie, now they riding around with red and blue bandanas on their face with shotguns in the car, and we in Kansas City, Missouri. Know absolutely nothing about no game but mimicking everything that they see on TV. See, Satan is the prince of the power of the air, so whatever transpires is going to come through the airwaves, whether it be through the airwaves of music or whether it's through the airwaves of media. As a parent, you have a responsibility. But when this music started changing, yeah, we bumped to it too. We bumped to it too. But we wouldn't dare play it around our parents. We wouldn't dare even dream about playing anything that had an explicit nature around our parents. Not around our mother, not around our daddy, not around our grandpa. We wouldn't play it around our auntie. We wouldn't play it around no grown people. Oh yeah, we'll play it, we'll bump to it when we was together. Well, some of us did. But some of us that had a different upbringing, we couldn't allow ourselves to do that. If I wouldn't play it in front of my mother or my father or my grandmother, I'm not going to play it in front of your mother, your father, your grandmother. But it goes even farther than that, because you understand you have a personal accountability to display righteousness in this world. When you understand the effects that music and media have on the mind of the people that's listening to it, now you understand I have a personal accountability to God. So every DJ that's in the DJ booth gonna one day have to give an account for what they done. They're gonna have to give an account. And you won't be able to say that I didn't know that this was doing this in the music, because when you see, let me give you an example. We DJ Happy Hour at 6902 from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock in Kansas City, Missouri, where we playing blues and old school music. We got an older folk crowd. But the first time I stepped into that DJ booth, there was a sign posted over the DJ booth that said, "Do not play this song." You know what the song was titled? "Walk Around the Club, Fuck Everybody." And that's what, walk around the club, fuck everybody. See, they even understand the impact that music has on the people that's listening to it. And they said, we don't want you playing this song because we don't want people to get the mindset to where they walking around the club with this mentality. And next thing you know, the club is destroyed because fights and everything that broke out. Why would they put the sign up there? Because they have seen what happened over and over again as DJs played that song in their establishments. So they say anybody that plays this song is automatically fired. You see, there is a personal accountability. When we start dealing with children, we have a personal accountability that they get the right thing. So if you're a parent and this is what you listening to on a daily basis, and your child is forced to listen to it on a daily basis, then guess what? Your child don't see nothing wrong with it. So she or he as a child gonna develop a taste, or they gonna develop a rock or a beat to something that they hear their parent playing. But you don't understand that this was molding and shaping the thought process of your kid. And we need to redirect our children. And I'm going to tell you parents something. Just because you ain't hearing your favorite song that's rot gut and triping it, just because you ain't hearing the song that make you want to bend over and start twerking, just because you ain't hearing the song that make you want to start mean mugging people, you're not going to ever hear that. You're not going to ever hear that. And anytime you want to hear that, you have to go and listen to it on your own accord. Because when we start dealing with children, we're not playing anything of that sort. Now, this passage of scripture, Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20, it says, "Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil. And then woe unto them that put darkness for light, and light for darkness, and that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. You see, when we start dealing with our community and the condition of our people, it's bigger than anything. It's bigger than voting. It's bigger than the political arena. It's bigger than all of that. It comes down to a simplistic personal accountability, hold yourself, knowing how to arrest yourself for the bad choices that we make. God say, woe unto them that call good evil, and evil good. You know, when you going all the way against the grain, when you know something is rot gut and you know something is wicked, like this music or like these videos, you know it's rot gut and you know it's wicked. Yet every time, that's my favorite song. That's what I'm punching. That's what I'm punching. Kill a nigga, fuck a nigga, shoot a nigga, kill a bitch, forget a bitch, fuck her, all of these cussing and all this derogatory stuff, this is what we have fallen in love with. When somebody come to tell you, hey man, that stuff ain't no good. Oh man, it ain't nothing but music. It ain't nothing but music. It's just entertainment. No, what you have fallen into, you've fallen into that dark place. To where you now put darkness for light. And you calling something that's evil good. And when it come down to the good thing, you call that evil. Oh man, go on with all that preaching. Don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. But you can identify with the fact that God gave you life. God gave you breath. God responsible for the house you live in, for the car you drive, for the food that you eat. God's responsible for you being able to have a job, go out and take care of your family, and all of that. But when God got something good coming in your direction, oh man, I don't want to hear all that. Don't nobody want to hear all that. Go on with all that preaching. But you won't call what you doing wickedness. You call what you doing good. You see? And we like that on a whole lot of levels. You see, ain't nothing gonna change this. Ain't no white man gonna fix it. Ain't no police department gonna fix it. Ain't no political leaders gonna fix it. Ain't no church leaders, no Israelite leaders, no Islamic. Ain't nobody gonna fix this. Only way these things can get fixed is when each one of us understand the personal accountability that we have when it comes to raising the next generation of children. We first must be the ones to identify with the fact that we have fallen in love with wickedness. And we have become so comfortable with that. We are so comfortable. Let me show you. Woe to them that call good evil and call evil good. You think it's a good thing just to be out here bumping uglies, jumping from one bed to the next bed. No ideal, no intentions, period, on being married. No, God say fornication is what comes through fornication is an ungodly brood of children. That's what comes through it. That's what comes through it. But we have fallen in love with the ideal that it's all right to have sex. It's all right not to be married. It's all right not to assume the responsibility. It's all right to use God's gift any kind of way that we choose to use it. And we see nothing wrong with it. So when God comes and say, hey, listen, you need to stop fornicating. Oh, man, get out of here with that mess. Boy, you know what? I got to do this. I got to do that. See, we calling good evil. God trying to get us to see the goodness in life. We keep choosing the evil. You ever notice that you can't, it's almost impossible to find music now that's not derogatory. It's almost impossible. And it's automatic now. It's just automatic. But guess what? What you don't understand is that you have a group of people behind the scenes that's making billions of dollars off of the destruction of our people in the name of entertainment. It's not entertainment. Do you know what entertainment means? To be entertained is to be detained so that a foul spirit can enter into you. So when you classify these things that are evil as good, you're being detained so that wickedness can enter into you and change your mindset. It's something, man. There are a whole lot of different areas that we call good evil. It could be anything. It could be addiction. It could be alcohol. It could be drugs. anything that we see as good, it's good for us. It's good for us. But it's really evil to God. And when God sends somebody or send a message or send a messenger your way to say, man, listen, you got to stop this. You got to stop this. This is the enemy that's coming to kill you. Oh, man, don't nobody want to hear that. Go on with all that preaching. Go on with all that preaching. Well, I remember one time, me and my big cousin, this was a lot of years ago. I was talking to my big cousin about something. I mentioned God one time, and go on with all that righteousness. I said, well, go on with all that wickedness, and slammed the phone down. And then he called back, shook up. You see, you know why? Because I called him out. You called this thing that was good evil when it came to you. Well, I call the evil that you're engulfed with, what it is wickedness. And now you got to deal with yourself about that. Ooh, I said the wrong thing. So now I got to call back. And now I got to iron it out. Okay, you don't want to be a part of my righteousness, then you keep your wickedness away from me. Because I feel the same way. The same way that I feel when a brother feel like, man, don't nobody want to hear all that. Man, play some real music. Play some real. Well, you get the hell out of here and you go to your car or you go find an establishment that's going to play the type of music that you want to listen to. Because if you don't want to deal with what I'm dealing with, I don't know what to tell you. I know that what I'm dealing with is going to be of a good nature, of a good spirit, that's going to keep a mind in a good place. We aim to raise our children up to have great thoughts about their self, great thoughts about their future, all of that. But there is no way possible that that can happen when the parents have a rot gut mentality and don't want to change. You wake up every day and your parent, your kid in the back seat listening while you talking, while you bumping Too Short. Why you bumping T.I.? And they talking about sucking dick and eating pussy and eating booty holes and all that stuff. And you subjecting your child to that. And in the back seat, after your child hearing enough time, now your child is humming it. And next thing you know, your child is remembering the words. And next thing you know, they're reciting it. But if they recited it to you, you would get angry at them when it's your fault for ever exposing them to it. It's us that expose our kids to the things that are evil. And our children see it as good because if mom and daddy doing it, it must be good for me to do. I see my mama, she ain't married. She ain't married. And I got two brothers and they got different daddies. And I see my mama and she got a boyfriend every 6 months. Well, that's good. That must be good. Because what you doing, you're displaying evil. But by the time your child get it, they're going to think that it's good to do. And they're going to do far worse than us. Woe. Woe means warning. Woe means you better slow it down, baby. Woe means you better pump your brakes. Woe to them that call things evil that are good. Being able to go and study or read your Bible or read a verse of scripture every day, that's good. That's good because words are seeds, as we said. And words are seeds, and with those words come instructions that cause us to have a good life. Words are seeds, baby. Reading your scripture is good. Listen, let me tell you something. You know how many people, we listen to this music, but it is a detestable thing for us to even think about picking the Bible up. Oh, man, I can't understand that Bible. I can't understand none of that. I ain't got time, man. I'm just that. But you know what? From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, you got this crap pounding in your head, and it's promoting no respect for women. It's promoting irresponsibility when it comes to children. You say, well, it ain't promoting irresponsibility when it comes to children. I'm responsible for my children. Well, how are you going to be responsible for your children when you got this nonsense pounding in their head all day? We don't want to identify with what it really is. Death, destruction, lust, lasciviousness, promiscuity, murder, hatred, envy, strife, adultery. These are all of the things that the music that you listen to are promoting. And when we say it ain't nothing wrong with these things. We have gotten to a place to where we accept darkness over light. And then we expecting a change. We expecting a change. Ain't gonna be no changes. Ain't gonna be no changes. Things only gonna get worse. Things only gonna get worse. And the whole while we say, well, you know what? I believe in God. Well, if you believe in God, God ought to be welcome somewhere. Because when I mentioned the wholesome music that I had, that person's face was disfigured, like, I said, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Do you even realize where you at, that God could take your breath away? You frown upon his goodness. You frown upon his instruction. You frown upon all of these things, and then you're excited about corruption and wickedness and darkness gets you excited. There's something, man. It's a personal accountability that have to come. It's a personal accountability. So my accountability ain't to the people that pay me. You know why I like community events? Because I do stuff for free. Nobody got to pay me anything, and I ain't looking for no money. Because I'm going to control my atmosphere. Whatever the event is, it's going to be put together for a good cause, and I want to control the atmosphere with pleasant things, with goodness, with wholesomeness, with things that cause you to be peaceful, to be able to bring your children. I want to provide an atmosphere that lets you know that, hey, I'm protected because God is protecting me now. I ain't got to play church music. I ain't got to play gospel rap. I don't have to play Hebrew Israelite rap. There is plenty of music that has a good message in it. Plenty of it. Plenty of it that got a grinding, pounding beat. Plenty of it. But we have gotten to the point to where we have gotten so comfortable with this rot gut stuff that we feel like anytime I'm not playing this rot gut stuff, where somebody's talking about licking toes or licking somebody's butthole, anytime we ain't playing something that's talking about murder and mayhem, you got people, they want to hear their favorite song. Well, baby, I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth. You better be very careful, because you have a personal accountability. Not only to your children, you have a personal accountability to the elders that walk before you. But above them, you have a personal accountability to God to exemplify a righteousness in this world as he keep waking you up every day. He expects you to do something great. Now you look in your community and you tell me, are these brothers and sisters doing great? You tell me, you look at Lil Wayne, you look at Lil Boosie and them, you look at T.I. and all these people. You tell me, are they doing something great? Is what they doing great? Are they being a blessing to the whole community and the whole environment? Are they being a blessing to the culture? No, they are not. They're bringing death and destruction. Look at how many young rappers have been murdered in the last couple of years. You look at this grim rap. Some of you are just out of touch with the world that you live in. You need to go on social media and you need to pull up and you need to see this grim rap. And you understand that you got billionaires standing behind the scenes paying these children to go out there and leave a trail of death and destruction in the community. It ain't even their fault. You know why? You know why the children are so comfortable with it? Because the parents made them comfortable with it. Anytime a parent can sit down and put on all this corrupt music and all that, and it seems like a good thing in the eyes of a child, they're already numb to it. And there's a trail of death and destruction out there. And that's why when we built our brand, our community brand, and we call it the Drop the Casket Coalition, it's because of two reasons. One of the reasons is because being in ministerial work, one of the things that I do consistently is stand over dead bodies and try to encourage people who have lost their children or lost their loved ones to something senseless. And the other reason is called Drop the Casket Coalition. It's being in ministerial work. It is our responsibility to find ways to get the spirit of murder off of our young people, even some of our old people, because it is a spirit that they're being controlled by, but the spirit is coming through the prince of the power of the air as he controls the airwaves and the music and the airwaves where media is concerned. So you're going to drop the casket either way. Either we're going to drop the casket by redirecting the mindset with wholesome music and good music so that we can get that spirit, that foul spirit of murder off of our children. Or you're going to drop the casket the other way by calling Brother Milligan, my son is dead, my daughter is dead. Can you eulogize their service? Yeah, we have a mandate to be on both sides of the spectrum. And we'll drop the casket by getting that spirit up, or we prepared to drop the casket in the ground, and you never have another opportunity as a parent to do anything good anymore because you have put darkness over light and called those things that are evil good and called the things that are good evil. And we expect a turnaround. It is a form of insanity for us to expect anything to turn around when we are completely unwilling to change anything that we are doing. So, good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. Man, it probably been about 15 people murdered in Kansas City in the last 2 weeks. Those are somebody's children. Those are somebody's grandchildren. They're somebody's brothers, somebody's nephews. It's people out here bleeding on the inside. Woe unto you who call good evil and evil good. That's what God is saying to the parent that refused to redirect their mindset. Because everything reproduces after its own kind. Your child can see you living in a place of corruptness, and they can also see you make a turn and start living in a place of peace and goodness. And whatever you decide to do, that's what's going to fall on your child. But as long as we listen to stuff that promote evil, and evil is anything that is against. Evil is anything that is against God. Evil is anything that is against God. When we look at the wisdom of Solomon, we look at the wisdom of Solomon, the 4th chapter, it tells us that it's better to have no children. It's better to have no children and have good character than to have a whole brood of them and they're all wicked. He said, though the ungodly brood, though they may flourish in branches, they shall not take root. Though they grow up and flourish in branches, they shall not take root. They will not stand fast when it's time to be shaken. They will not even survive. They will ultimately wither and die or be destroyed. That's an ungodly brood. Where does the ungodly brood come from? He said, the children shall testify of the wickedness of their parents. Because through these things and through these vehicles and these media that we're listening to is promoting fornication, adultery, it's promoting all of these wicked things. And out of fornication, the act of fornication, comes an ungodly brood of children. Though they may flourish in branches, they will not take root, and neither will they be able to stand. They will eventually be destroyed. And so when you start looking at the destruction is coming attached to the woe. Woe to them that call good evil and evil good. When you think that fornicating is a good thing, and you think that being married and being responsible is a bad thing, then guess what? There's a woe on you, because here come an ungodly brood of children, and they'll testify testify of your wickedness by being ungodly in this world. And the woe will come as God takes them away from you. God said, give it here. Yeah, I'll let you have them, I'll let you nurse them, I'll let you bring them up, I'll let you fall in love with them, I'll let you do all that. And now it's time for you to pay the price for putting darkness over light. Give me the thing that you love the most. This is what the Father doing out here. And unless we get to the place to where we willing to accept the personal accountability and the personal responsibility that comes with being a parent, that comes with being a child, that comes with being a grandchild or a grandparent for that matter, we have to accept a personal accountability within our own self. Nobody gonna be able to stand before God and say, I didn't know. The book of Proverbs tell you that. He said, when it's time for you to get your judgment, if you say that I didn't know, does not God who knows your heart, does not he know it? You see, you might be able to get that I didn't know off on me, but you won't get that off on God, because all of us have this spirit of the Most High built down on the inside of us. We have the ability to know the things that are right and the things that is wrong. I bet you won't go on your job. I bet you won't go on your job and start blasting that rock gut music. You know why? Because you got a personal accountability to that. I bet you, for those of you that go to church, I bet you ain't gonna kick your music up on the parking lot of the church while they talking about sucking my dick and all of that crap. I bet you ain't gonna kick your music up there, because you know you have a personal accountability to that particular individual. But I'm not talking about being a personal accountability when it comes to what people say. I'm talking about having a personal accountability to what God already have said. So, it's on us, man. We got to stop. We got to stop calling things good that are evil. And we got to be able to call it just the same way that you can tell a man, go on with all that preaching, go on with all that preaching. We have to start letting our brothers and sisters know, man, you know what? What you're doing is pure wicked. And it's pure evil, and it's against God. If you can tell me, if you can be upset anytime my goodness show up, don't I have a right to have a righteous indignation when your wickedness show up? See? And then it's fine. It's all good. Until God send the death angel to the house. It's all good. Woe to them that call good evil and call evil good. Oh, it's a good thing. Oh, it's a good thing. Keep my mouth closed. I ain't no snitch. It's a good thing. I ain't no snitch. It's a good thing. Well, you calling good evil. You calling good evil. Because your brother's supposed to be held to accountability. Period. You see, the children of Israel in the olden days, they held each other to accountability. If you kill somebody, they would all get you, and they would take you down to the nearest park, and they would throw rocks at you until you died. If you stole something from somebody, all of them would get you and come and cut your hands off. If you did something, now we intimidated by those that are evil. We ain't intimidated. We don't fear what no man can do. And the same way that anybody can talk about retaliating against me, baby, you better understand. I've been working all of my life. I've been doing my own business. I have more artillery than anybody could imagine. Don't ever want to hurt anybody. But I'm not going to be intimidated by no thugs, no crooks, no criminals. I'm not going to be intimidated by none of that, because I come from all that stuff. And I once was the one out there shooting people. But ain't not one gun nor one bullet diminished. And if you don't want to be dealt with, you keep your wickedness away from me. Because I'm only giving out goodness. And if you don't want that, I don't want what you offering either. And if we happen to cross paths, it's you that better be in fear, not me. Now, I ain't saying that because I got no problems, because I don't. But I'm just making it clear. The difference between righteousness and wickedness. We're the ones that have to make the choice to do what's right. And we know what's right already. Nobody even has to tell anybody the things that are right. We don't have to tell anybody that. Don't nobody have to. You can go to church and fellowship. You can go to Israelite class and fellowship. You can go to the mosque and fellowship. We brothers, we supposed to. You can go to the nightclub and fellowship. We go to the skating rink and fellowship. We brothers, but we don't need nobody to tell us anything about what's right. Because we already know. We already know. So, I want to say that if brothers and sisters don't get a grip and we don't redirect our thinking when it comes to the things that we put our hand to, we have no right to expect no changes when it comes to the condition of these neighborhoods, the condition of the children. Well, look at it now. A lot of these kids out here, they don't even have no respect for nobody. They don't even have no respect. Young brothers we don't even deal with young folks. And then you got young man knocking a 70-year-old man out for something that some lady said that was a lie. You hit a 70-year-old man? A 70-year-old man? That made my blood boil. And then on top of that, you in a part of an establishment that don't even deal with younger people. I wish I was there. I wasn't there. But I said if I was there, I've been waiting outside. I hit him in the top of his head with a hammer. Bow! Let you see what it feel like. You put your hands on a 70-year-old man that just come out just so he can hear some blues and enjoy himself because somebody lied? Why would a 70-year-old man want to put something in anybody's drink? I've been waiting out there with a hammer. Hit him in the top of the head. Bow! Open his whole head up. That's what I would like to do. But see, that's the type of stuff that we dealing with. And the two don't mix. The two don't mix. And that's why we're going to deal with our atmosphere with anything that we doing publicly, community-wise. We're going to deal with our atmosphere. We're going to deal with our atmosphere. We're going to make sure that our DJs understand, hey man, every song got to be kid-friendly. And if it's a popularized song, it got to be a clean version. It got to be a radio version. We don't want no curse words around these children. What they mama and daddy do, we can't stop that. But we can control what it is that we do. And we can't hold ourselves to a personal accountability that's higher than just trying to please people. So I like to say peace and blessings be up on all of you. Shouts out to you, Twilware. Shouts out to you, big brother, Pastor James Wesley. Shouts out to you, Julie Ray Adams. Shouts out to all of the brothers and sisters who I can't see that thought about chiming in. It's just something that you want to, you know, I got a test for you. I got a test for you because the greatest trick, they said the greatest trick that the devil ever pulled was to making you think that he didn't exist or that he wasn't behind it. So I got something for you. You got different genres of music, okay? I say you got the hardcore hip hop, you got jazz, you got blues, and then you got gospel. For anybody, I'll show you the power and the spirit that's in the music. You can go to either one of these. Try this. Just 5 minutes is all it takes. Turn on the jazz station and listen to that jazz for 5 minutes. And watch what your mood is like. Cut the jazz off and then turn and listen to the blues for 5 minutes. Watch what your mood is like. Turn the blues off, listen to the gospel, 5 minutes. Watch what your mood is like. Then turn the blues off, and then what else did I say? Jazz, gospel, blues. Then you got your R&B music. Your hardcore hip hop. Watch the mood change. The mood gonna change based on what's going in. Based on what's going in. If I'm brokenhearted, I'm going through something that's got me pressed down, and somebody come along and I hear some blues talking about farther up the road, somebody gonna hurt you like you hurt me. Farther up the road, somebody gonna hurt you like you hurt me. And I'm hurting because somebody done hurt me. I start listening to some blues. It gives me a sense of comfort to know that nobody gets away with anything. I start listening to some jazz. That jazz puts me in a place, in a frame of mind to where I'm just in a sweet place of just good thought. I want to start sweeping the floor. I want to start looking at my life. I start listening to some gospel. It taps into my spirit. And the next thing you know, I'm thanking God for everything that he done. I'm even crying because of some of the things that I'm facing myself. Then I turn on that hip hop and I don't care about nobody. I'm mean mugging. I don't care about the women. I don't care about my responsibility. I'm a hard ass nigga. You see, the mind is going to change because words are seeds. None of us would be who we are had it not been for the words that went into us as children. See, our parents didn't do things around us as children. Our parents nowadays do anything under the sun around their children. Our parents better not catch you. Boy, ain't no kids in here. You better get out of here. Our older men, they didn't allow no young men to sit down with them. Ain't no kids around here. You better get your little butt out of here. Now, our parents, they do anything. Our parents used to listen to explicit music too, but their children were not allowed to be in the same circle of the parents. And the parent was definitely not going to be playing this stuff on a daily basis while their children was listening. You see, we want things to turn around. But we don't want to accept our personal responsibility and the personal role that we play in making it like this. We don't want to accept that. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. Picture paragraphs from Bible. See, I listen to it all too. But I would never listen to it around my children. Sometimes I get mad at their mama. We don't love them hoes. Sometimes I get mad with their mama. I take it out in the music, but I ain't gonna subject my children to it. I know what the music does. I know what it does. There is a spirit in it. And many of you don't understand that these music companies, they got a room, a satanic worshiping room, where all this music that they record, they go in that room and they release spirits in it. You don't believe it? Look at your neighborhood. You think it's entertainment? You think it's just entertainment? Well, you keep watching. About 2 or 3 kids gonna be dead before the day is out, before the week is up. You think it's entertainment? Keep on watching. Look in your world. You think it's all entertainment? Watch when they put Cardi B on. Watch the women lose all shamelessness. Watch the women sacrifice the beauty of their womanhood. You think it's all? You think it's entertainment? Is that what you think? When it's controlling a whole culture of people? You don't see the white kids acting like that. You don't see the Chinese kids acting like that. You don't see the Jewish kids acting like that. You don't even see the African people acting like that. You know why? Because ain't nobody else gonna allow a people to pay their people money to destroy their culture. Ain't nobody else going to allow that. Anybody else would have been thrown up under the jail. Anybody else's companies would have been closed. And these people are profiting off the death and destruction of our people. And then they'll turn around and tell you that we're going to put all these anti-Semitism laws in place when they are the ones that's promoting the death and destruction of our people. Really? Really? Ain't nobody coming to save us. The Most High already made that clear. And the Lord shall send thee into slavery, into Egypt, into bondage, into the iron furnace, into the house of bondage. He shall send you into that place again with ships. By the way I spoke, you wouldn't see it no more if you was obedient. But because we've been disobedient and called things that are evil good, he said you're going to see this bondage again in your community. Yeah, you're going to be sold. You're going to be sold on auction blocks for male and female slaves. And they still selling us every day. Selling us every day into the hands of wickedness, and no man gonna be able to deliver you. See, we don't need no deliverer. We got to deliver our own self. We deliver ourselves by holding ourselves to a personal accountability to exemplify God's righteousness in this world. And nobody got to go and say, who gonna go to heaven and bring it back so that we can do it? Who shall descend into the lower parts of the world and do it? God said nobody got to do that because the word of God is near you. He said, I put it in your heart. It's even in your mouth that you may do it. No man got to tell another man what he should do, what he shouldn't do. Every man already knows what's right for him to do. It's just a matter of him doing it. And unless we're willing to do something, we don't have no business to talk about nothing because we're part of the problem. So I just wanted to get that out the way, and I want to remind the brothers and sisters that's going to be coming to the community events at Swope Park Bandstand throughout the course of the summer, as often as we get the opportunity to do it, that we're going to keep our community events kid-friendly. So tell all of your friends, don't have an expectancy to hear what you normally hear. We're not playing no ratchet music. We're not playing no rot gut music. We're not playing anything that have a derogatory nature, no matter who don't like it. If they don't like it, they can go home and find something else. But this thing is about the children. Parents have a right to listen to what they want to listen to, with or without their children. But we have a greater accountability to God to make sure that we're not the ones that's doing it. So peace and blessings be upon all of you. And find a way. When you think about your choices and your decisions you're going to make, you better ask yourself the question, now, is this good? I know it might feel good to me. Old folks, you say everything that feel good to you ain't good for you. But we ask ourselves, is this good in the eyes of God? And listen, ain't nobody no perfect people. You see what I'm saying? I need to hold myself to the same fire. Here's a pack of cigarettes right here. But I ain't no fool. I understand I keep smoking these things. One day I'm going to end up with cancer. If I end up with cancer, I'm not going to pray to God to deliver me because I knew full well what I was doing. You see? So you take things and you call them good, but they come in to do you harm. Same thing with drugs, same thing with alcohol, same thing with fornication. All the things that we have been snared. So we just gonna, let's start thinking about it. Because I got just a bigger fight to do this. I ain't just talking to you, talking to y'all. I fight with these things myself on a daily basis because there are things that God showed me, you know what? It's a war on you, boy. You keep calling that thing good and you know it's evil in my eyes. You better go find a way to climb over the hurdle. You better find a way to overcome. That's me too. That's all of us. It's being able to look yourself in the face and hold yourself accountable for the choices and decisions that we make. So, peace and blessings.